Hey, Style 662 here. Got some Velocity Tactics Fort Scott Munitions 223 from Clark Armory, courtesy of them. We'll be testing this out today in some gel block. In a gel block we've got some pretty nice ammo, supposed to perform very well at long distances, and they're patented. They call it the double tumble design. Basically it's supposed to, after it enters, the bullet's supposed to become unstable and tumble and then create like 2 to 3 large wound cavities because of the tumbling of the 223 bullet as it enters gel or some other medium. Also, these are spun copper bullets, so they're extremely consistent from bullet to bullet, and it's all one material. There's no jacket, nothing like that. And also they've precisely tipped each of these bullets, which can sometimes be a degrade the accuracy of some other cast bullets and whatnot. So they've individually tipped each and every one of these bullets, and that'll increase the ballistics coefficient and allow for better long range performance also. So let's see what this does in the ballistics gel. I mean, it's not a hollow point, but with their double tumble design, we'll see what kind of penetration and what kind of wound cavity this creates. So this is the first shot with the Fort Scott Munitions 223 Velocity Tactics. So the solid copper spun bullet, it looks like it penetrated about 13 or 14 inches until it exited out of the bottom of the block. So penetration obviously not an issue with this ammo at all. And it looks like the bullet stayed completely together the whole way until it exited the block. Now, you can see it took about 3 inches or so for it to actually start tumbling, but once it did, it created a nice wound cavity from about the 4-inch period to about the 7-inch mark, with a pretty big mark there on the block. And then a little bit further down, there's about 2 inches of space where it just kind of went straight through, and then it created that second wound cavity that they highlight in that tumble design. We're going to try another one though and see if we can get it more centered in the block and see if we can get a better picture of those wound cavities. Alright, so here's the second shot we took, and we got pretty similar results actually. You see that first tumble, within the first about 2.5 inches it starts tumbling and you get that big wound cavity, and then what's interesting, the second shot we got an even bigger cavity, starting at about the 7.5 inch mark of the penetration, extending all the way down to about 14 inches. And this round is just smoking. On the Chrono we got 2911 feet per second, which out of a 16-inch barrel, which is rather short, I mean that round is just screaming out of there. And you can see, and that's shown by the fact that, man, it penetrated through a 16-inch block and then kept on going. And then some of that's obviously because of the fact that this copper spun bullet is made to stay together and then tumble rather than just breaking apart and releasing all its energy. So you could really see yourself using this round towards a lot of even bigger game because of the fact that it will just keep on penetrating even through thick muscle and bone and skin, like a hog or something like that. And that's kind of what they're advertising for. So that definitely makes sense for this ammo. You can see in the ballistics profile here that the channels, the first two that occur in the first 3 inches, are very similar in that first tumble. And then it's nice here in the second shot we did, you can see the second tumble really take its effect and just create that massive wound cavity. So very effective stuff. Fort Scott Munitions 223 Remington, provided by Clark Armory. Some pretty nice ammo out there.